Lately, there's been a real shift in the fashion world. Spanish and Portuguese content creators are finally getting the attention they deserve, and it honestly feels like a breath of fresh air. This style breaks away from the typical Scandi minimalism and perfectly curated monochrome outfits. It's bold, it's raw, it's full of personality, and it's catching on fast. But what makes it so special? Is it the patterns, the fabric choices, the attitude behind it, or maybe all of it together? Hey guys, my name is Anna. I hope you're doing well. I haven't really seen anyone dive deep into this style on YouTube, so here we are. I decided to group Spanish and Portuguese fashion together as the Iberian Peninsula aesthetic. Very humble, very humble. Of course, there are differences between them, but today we're focusing on the overall vibe. And really, who better than your favorite Española to walk you through it? We'll take a look at what defines this aesthetic, how to make it work in everyday life, and what makes it stand out. I'll show you some of the coolest Pinterest outfits in this style, share content creators you should absolutely be following if you're into this vibe, and mention a few brands that actually sell clothes that fit this aesthetic. And of course, I'll style the trend myself so you have a few outfit ideas to start with and hopefully get inspired to try it too. You probably remember the French girl craze from a few years ago. Parisian chic was everywhere. Around that same time, Scandinavian fashion also had its moment, both the minimalism and maximalism. And I always love that contrast between their super clean minimalism and bright maximalist prints. But now there's a new energy, a new aesthetic, and it's all about this Southern European vibe. Some say it borrows from Scandi maximalism, and maybe there's some truth to that, but to me it's something else entirely. It's warmer, more expressive, and way more personal. This Iberian look feels alive. It's rich in texture and color, full of movement, and somehow it just works year-round. But if there's one season where it truly shines, it's definitely summer. That dry heat, the golden light, las frutitas, la sangría y el aperol, the long evenings, it's made for it. So today I want to show you how Spanish and Portuguese girls dress when it's hot outside, how they stay stylish and comfortable at the same time. Let's get into it. Here's a little cheat sheet for putting together a Portuguese style look. Grab some loud, playful pants, think bright colors or a fun, weird print, then toss on a top that definitely doesn't match, like on purpose. Now dig out your ballet flats, your coolest sneakers, or one of those ugly but cute shoes everyone low-key loves. If it's chilly, throw on a jacket that really feels like you. It shouldn't be basic or neutral. Now comes the fun part, accessories. Pop in a flower hair clip or a chunky necklace, maybe both. Add a bold bag, some colorful sunglasses, and bam, you're done. Yeah, some people might say it looks chaotic, like a walking traffic light, but honestly, that's the whole vibe. This is pure maximalism. In Spain and especially Portugal, it came in like a little rebellion, a way to break free from boring matchy-matchy rules. It's all about mixing something that shouldn't go together and somehow making it work. These outfits can look totally random at first, but once you see the whole thing, it just clicks. There is so much freedom here, playing with color, layering, and all those cute little details that make it yours. And yeah, just like with everything in this life, it looks very effortless when someone else does it, like you're watching the Olympics and you're like, yeah, I can totally do it. So same here. It's a bit of an art, a little chaos, a bit of instinct, and definitely a lot of trial and error. So I tried to channel that energy into a couple of looks, and I styled both with Vavaia shoes, which honestly made the whole thing easier because they're not just cute, they're actually functional. Vavaia is a sustainable footwear brand, and all their shoes are made from eco-friendly materials. I'm always walking around Madrid, so if something's not comfy, it's out. For the first look, I leaned into something loud, bold colors, and a bright mood. I went with the Miley style from Vavaia in this really punchy red. It's the kind of red that makes you smile the second you put it on. These are really flexible, super packable, and surprisingly soft. The comfort level is basically sneakers, but they look way more styled. They also come with different laces, so you can switch things up if you're feeling playful, and they're machine washable, which makes life so much easier. I paired them with a red bag, and you could totally add some red sunnies or earrings too, just a little pop to bring everything together. For the second look, I went for something a little more bohemian. It's not super loud with prints, but the trick here is keeping everything in the same color family so it still feels intentional. I styled it with the Christina model from Vavaia. I'm obsessed with this dusty pink peach shade. The fabric has that soft satiny feel that adds a subtle glow to the outfit without being flashy. The silhouette is somewhere between a ballet flat and a sneaker, so they're elegant but super wearable. They're insanely lightweight, and the sole has this nice bounce to it, which makes walking feel really easy. They also come with 2 different sets of laces, which is a fun little bonus. You can totally switch up the vibe depending on your mood. And when they get dirty, you just toss them in the wash because they're machine washable as well and won't get damaged. To keep the tones cohesive, I paired them with a burgundy top and matching shorts, then pulled it all together with a bag that echoes the shoes, so there's this little conversation happening between the pieces. It gives that laid-back boho vibe that works perfectly in the Madrid heat. It ends up looking like something you just threw on in 5 minutes, but we both know there is a bit of strategy in there. But how do Iberian girls make it look so easy? What really grabs you first is how they play with color and prints. There are no rules at all. They mix everything, soft with loud, tiny with huge, classic with trendy, checks, stripes, every kind. Thin, thick, vertical, horizontal, polka dots in all sizes, and way beyond just black and white. Animal prints pop up too. Leopard especially is very popular. Sometimes florals, subtle and romantic, other times totally clashing and wild. You'll even catch ethnic patterns and playful little prints like cherries, hearts, or strawberries. A little childish, but that's the charm. And honestly, summer is the perfect time to go wild with prints. You're wearing less, so it feels lighter and more fun to experiment. A super easy way in, like I did with the first outfit, is just picking one printed piece and pairing it with a solid color that's somewhere in the print. It keeps it grounded, but still very interesting. And when it's a dress, it's even easier. Throw on cute shoes and a bag, and you're done. But what really makes Iberian girls stand out is how far they're willing to take it. Like full-on mixing multiple prints in one outfit without blinking. Some people just have that natural eye, but there are tricks that help. Sticking to a shared color palette is key, or just making sure at least one color ties everything together. Pairing a black and white print with a colorful one always works. Or mixing stripe types, horizontal up top, vertical down below, and so on. There's even this wild theory, more is more, that once you hit 4 or more prints, they somehow start to look like they belong together. Like total visual overload becomes the vibe in the best way. And the cool thing is, these looks work for everything. Running errands, creative shoots, going out, or just when you want to feel like a walking piece of art. But what sets this style apart from Scandi maximalism? The biggest thing that sets this style apart is just how extra the details get. Like literally anything goes. Heart-shaped cutouts, feather trims, lace stitched right onto the fabric, ruffles, flounces, bows, sequins, beads, embroidery, you name it. These aren't just little touches, they're the whole vibe. And the sleeves are everything. Big, voluminous shapes everywhere, short or long. The ultimate fave has gotta be those ham sleeves, the ones that puff out wide at the shoulder and then slim down at the wrist. Then there are puff sleeves, balloon sleeves, all perfect for dresses and blouses, giving off this soft, feminine, romantic energy. They even have a bit of that innocent childhood feel, just like the strawberry and cherry prints I've mentioned before. And the collars are another thing you can play around with. Huge, dramatic ones that steal the spotlight. Sometimes they're just a part of a dress or blouse, but other times they're totally separate pieces you wear like bold accessories. What's really fun about this maximalism is that there are basically 0 rules. That's why you see scarves tied casually around the neck, giant scrunchies, oversized hair clips, bows everywhere. Floral clips are definitely a fave, I've seen them more than once. And sunglasses come in all kinds. Some give off vintage vibes, others go for totally wild shapes that make a statement. It's all about being loud, playful, and owning the chaos. Now, Iberian girls take their accessories seriously too. Think chunky rings, earrings, and bracelets, all worn at once, creating this layered, tactile, 3D look. Necklaces are always part of the picture. Beads, little charms dangling from cords or chains. The bags come in bold colors, playful prints, and fringe details. You'll also see those oversized totes, the kind that somehow fit everything. This kind of maximalism isn't about subtlety, it's all about personality and doing it all in the most fun, over-the-top way possible. There are 2 other tricks Portuguese girls lean on a lot: mixing textures and layering. These techniques really add depth and a sense of intentionality to any outfit. You'll often spot them pairing light, flowy summer pieces with heavier, chunkier materials, creating this beautiful contrast that's not just visually interesting, but also perfect for those days when the weather can't quite make up its mind. You've probably seen those quilted jackets all over Pinterest. They're huge in Spain and Portugal, and my best friend here practically lives in hers. What's cool is that many of these jackets or vests are reversible, so you can switch up your look just by flipping them inside out. They add volume and tactile texture to your your outfit, often coming in playful patterns or bold colors that immediately catch the eye. Of course, layering is more of a cooler months game, not so relevant for the blazing summer, but it's a key part of the overall style vibe, so I just thought I'd mention it. And speaking of summer, let's dive into dressing for those really hot days. Comfort is the name of the game. That's why natural fabrics are an absolute must. Think linen, batiste, viscose, and similar materials. These fabrics are champs at soaking up moisture and letting air flow freely around your body so you stay cool and fresh. And here's a little science to back it up. Natural fabrics have a porous structure with tiny gaps, allowing air to circulate and whisk away heat and sweat. Synthetic fabrics, on the other hand, are dense and smooth, trapping heat against your skin like a mini greenhouse. Another pro tip, light colors reflect sunlight so they don't get as hot, which means you'll feel cooler wearing them. You've probably noticed by now, but Iberian girls are all about loose-fitting clothes no matter the season. It's even more essential in summer. Loose garments don't cling to your skin. They let air move freely, creating a breathable layer that actually helps insulate you from the heat. Plus, they reduce friction so you avoid that annoying irritation and redness that tight clothes can cause. Don't shy away from sizing up either. It's a style move that works wonders. The best pieces for this look are shirt dresses, oversized button-ups, and shorts, especially when they come as coordinated sets. And then there are pajamas. Yes, pajamas. They fit seamlessly into this aesthetic and make a fantastic addition to any summer wardrobe. Usually crafted from soft, breathable, natural fabrics, pajama sets are perfect for everything from beach days to casual city strolls. Wearing pajama-inspired outfits out and about has been a trend for years, and honestly, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. You can rock a full set or mix and match the top and bottoms with other pieces, pair them with simple sandals or sneakers, toss on a bag, slide on some sunglasses, and add a touch of jewelry, and suddenly your look feels effortless and polished. You can pick prints that don't scream sleepwear and no one will ever guess. But you don't have to hide the pajama vibe either. Embracing that laid-back, cool energy is the whole point. And here's one more trend that I've mentioned before in my summer 2025 trends video. It's crochet and textured fabrics. By the way, if you haven't seen this video yet, be sure to check it out here. Crochet is that beautiful open work technique done with a hook, creating delicate, lacy, and airy patterns. But it's not just crochet. Loose knits with plenty of little holes work just as well. The magic ingredient is lightweight natural yarn that keeps things breathable and fresh. You can keep it classic with white or go bold with vibrant colors. Crochet shows up everywhere, from tops, dresses, and sundresses to shorts, skirts, cardigans, and even swimwear. Hats too. Think caps, mesh styles, and bandanas. Not only are these pieces adorable, but they're also practical. The holes in the fabric provide shade while letting the breeze through. Perfect for sunny days. What's amazing about crochet and perforated fabrics is how they instantly elevate a simple, neutral toned outfit. Even the most basic look feels festive and eye-catching when it's in crochet or mesh. This trend is huge in Spain. Mothers, daughters, everyone has something in perforated fabric. It's a staple in summer collections, including Zara's lineup, used for dresses, blouses, sundresses, anything that benefits from that light, breezy feel. This category also covers anything with little holes. Mesh, cutouts, decorative slits, you name it. If you're looking for inspo, there's some influencers I've been loving lately. Actually, I featured a bunch of their pics throughout this video. My absolute favorites include Caetana Botello, Maria Frazao, Bárbara Santiago, also Ines Isayas, Raquel Costa Gomez, Vicky Montanari, Rita Moctezuma, Sofia Molen, and Mia Teixeiro. They're killing it with their unique takes on the style. Of course, these are just a few names to get you started. There are plenty of smaller creators out there too, and supporting them is always a good move. If you're looking to capture this vibe, there are some brands worth checking out. Most of them are, of course, Portuguese and Spanish, which makes sense, but even if you're not based in Spain, there's a little trick. Try searching for these brands that I will mention on Vinted. You might score some great finds and give those pieces a fresh second life. I'm apologizing in advance for butchering all the names, but brands like Maria de la Orden, Polan et Moi, Ise, Never Fully Dressed, Esuzet, Muscari, Thinking MU are all amazing places to start. When it comes to accessories, everyone in Spain loves Parfois. It's pretty basic but very reliable. On the other hand, I'm a big fan of Hey Harper Shop, a Portuguese jewelry brand that doesn't tarnish, and I've been obsessed with it ever since 2018. So that's the vibe and the magic behind Spanish and Portuguese fashion right now, a mix of bold prints, playful layers, and those standout details that make every outfit feel personal and alive. So whether you're dipping your toes in with one printed piece or going all in with maximalism, there's something so freeing about this style because it's all about creativity, confidence, and just having fun with what you wear. So if you're curious, follow those content creators, those influencers that I mentioned, explore the brands, and don't be afraid to mix things up. This aesthetic is really about breaking the rules and finding what speaks to you. And at the end of the day, fashion should feel effortless and joyful. And this, as I call it, Iberian style absolutely nails that. So hope you're inspired to try it out, bring some of that bright, lively energy into your wardrobe. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Also, be sure to check out my Instagram and my TikTok. I'm sharing lots of style inspo and behind the scenes there, and a lot of funny videos as well. So see you in the next one. Bye bye.